Welcome to the 162nd episode of the Bullvine Podcast, where we're not just milking the truth, we're spilling it. Today, Bella and Douglas tear open the dairy industry's black box, exposing the $7.23 per hundredweight bleeding and the Indian playbook that could save or bury U.S. farms. Buckle up for a conversation that's as raw as it is urgent.
Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast, where we rip off the barn doors and expose dairy's brutal truths. I'm Bella, and today we're confronting extinction-level stakes for U.S. dairy. India's 80 million small farmers dominate global markets, raking in 70% of consumer prices through decentralized cooperatives. Meanwhile, America's family farms hemorrhage $7.23 per hundredweight under a system rigged for corporate greed. Joining me is dairy economist Douglas. No corporate shill, just straight fire. Douglas, why is this a life or death moment for U.S. farmers?
Let's cut through the nostalgia. Since 1970, 95% of U.S. dairy farms have vanished. The survivors cling to $18.57 revenue per hundredweight, while processors and traders pocket 70% of profits. Compare that to India's 80 million smallholders, who transformed milk scarcity into an $80 billion empire by banding together. Here's the kicker. India's farmers retain 70% of consumer prices through village cooperatives, while U.S. producers beg for scraps in a system designed by 1937 bureaucrats. The Federal Milk Marketing Order, FMO, crafted when milk trucks were horse-drawn, bleeds farmers dry with Class I pricing disparities that let mega-dairies feast on profits. Wisconsin farmers lose 85 cents per hundredweight, a death-by-paper-cut reality as processors bankroll lobbyists to keep the status quo. Meanwhile, India's Amul Cooperative, a decentralized network of 3.6 million farmers, collects 10 million liters daily across 18,600 villages. They pay farmers in 5 minutes via computerized systems, not weeks. Their secret? Collective power over corporate exploitation. If we don't act now, rural America becomes a graveyard of boarded-up barns and bankrupt families.
India's model is crushing U.S. farms. Break down their 5-step playbook for survival.
1. Build cooperatives like Amul's Anand model. Village-level co-ops. Farmers pool milk daily, ensuring fair pricing and instant payments. District unions. Process raw milk into cheese, butter, and powder. State federations. Market products globally under unified brands like Amul. By 2025, Amul links 3.6 million farmers, producing 24% of the world's milk. Their $540 million government investment in White Revolution 2.0 funds AI-driven breeding and WhatsApp-based vet alerts. U.S. action. Cabot Creamery, founded in 1919 by 94 Vermont farmers, now generates $1 billion annually by returning 100% profits to 800-plus farm families. Organic Valley's 1,800 farms dominate the $12 billion organic market, paying $4 per hundredweight premiums for grass-fed milk. 2. Diversify or starve. How India did it. Women-led co-ops produce ghee, paneer, and buffalo milk powder, capturing 56% of global lactose-free markets. Buffalo milk's 6 to 8% fat content commands premium pricing, while U.S. farms chase pennies in commodity milk. Shift 20% of production to A2 beta-casein milk, which retails for $8.99 per gallon versus conventional $3.49. Carbon-negative cheese. Vermont's Jasper Hill Farm nets $24 per pound for aged cheeses marketed as climate solutions. 3. Guerrilla tech over debt. How India did it. Milkatech uses WhatsApp AI to send herd health alerts, cutting vet costs 40%. Crossbred Holstein-Friesian buffalo hybrids yield 6,500 pounds per year on $1 per day feed. U.S. action. Shared robotic milkers. Minnesota's Land O'Lakes offers $50 per month leases for small farms. Manure to biogas. Wisconsin's Crave Brothers Farm nets $15,000 per month selling renewable energy credits. 4. Burn the FMO. How India did it. Operation Flood banned corporate middlemen. Farmers set prices via co-ops. U.S. action. Lobby for a Dairy Farmer Protection Act. Cap processor profits at 15%. Wisconsin's push for state oversight is your template. 5. Empower women leaders. How India did it. 30% of co-ops led by women, slashing rural poverty by 30%. They breed Murrah buffaloes for premium milk. U.S. action. Train women to lead co-op boards. Vermont's Stonyfield Organic credits female leadership for its 18% annual growth.
Break down the $7.23 per hundredweight hemorrhage.
Market manipulation. The FMMO's Class 3-4 pricing disparity lets processors buy milk cheaply for cheese, then gouge farmers. In 2024, cheddar traders siphoned $50 million per month from farmer pockets. Labor collapse. 70% of dairy labor is undocumented. One ICE raid could empty barns overnight. Succession crisis. 53% of farmers have no heirs, and 9% are under 35. Disease disasters. HPAI wiped out 500 California herds in 2024, while corporate processors profited from price spikes. Debt trap. Average dairy debt hit $4.5 million per farm in 2025. Banks demand collateral dying farms can't provide.
Let's name the unspoken. This isn't just financial. 2,500 plus farms close yearly, leaving shattered lives and suicides. How do we stop this?
By fighting for systems that value lives over profits. India's co-ops cut poverty-driven despair, slashing suicide rates 30% through collective support. When farmers aren't isolated, they survive. Wisconsin's Dairy Recovery Coalition saved 14 farms last year with mental health grants. We need that nationwide now.
What external forces are crushing U.S. farmers?
China's whiplash. After a 17% import collapse in 2024, China's 2% rebound in 2025 won't offset $16.6 billion in tariff risks. EU greenwashing. Europe's sustainability mandates favor Indian buffalo milk, 0.2% contamination versus EU's 5%. Corporate land grabs. Tyson Foods bought 12 Wisconsin dairies in 2024, converting them to 2,500 cow feedlots.
If China slaps tariffs, what's our move?
Cooperatives must lobby for export subsidies. Amul secured $200 million in 2023 to counter EU trade barriers. U.S. farmers need a dairy trade defense fund, bankrolled by processor taxes. Redirect $8 billion in cheese investments to fight foreign dumping.
Spotlight U.S. farmers defying the odds.
Organic Valley. Founded in 1988 by 7 Wisconsin rebels, it now commands 34% of the U.S. organic market. Their grass-fed standards block corporate greenwashing. Crave Brothers. This 1,200 cow farm slashed costs 30% with shared robots and methane credits. Jasper Hill VT. Their $24 per pound cheese funds a farm succession program mentoring Gen Z farmers.
Mic drop. Act now or milk your last cow in 2026.
That's all for today's explosive episode. If you're still standing, thank you for joining the fight. Subscribe so you never miss a drop of truth. Share this episode with every farmer you know and leave a review. Your voice matters. Remember, act now or milk your last cow in 2026.